double check him and then. Oh no, yeah.
You have to leave the village, and then I think when...
No, I think we have to deal with her then.
She ran out. She ran out. She took the Thunder Brew and it's like, fuck it, I might as well try. I believe as soon as you leave, Susanna books in after you.
This is the part of this game. But the shield thing is an example of a mechanic that I feel... Oh wait.
See? Like I said, she...
That was it, yeah. I get, to a certain extent, people saying mechanics in a game, having the player learn mechanics in a game is cool, but I feel after a certain point, a lot of key mechanics being left up to the player's discovery just makes the game really hard to work with. Yeah, you need it. Oh wait, you don't take Susano, you just...
I said he books it in there after you.
He comes later, so... With her on you, a lot of people think you can't do battle. You can. She just goes away, so... I feel like there's a certain sort of...
For me, I would say it comes down to, like, what the mechanic is, and if the mechanic, like, isn't necessary, is, like, a good example of a mechanic that it's helpful when you know it, but you don't need, like, but you technically don't...
Through the moon cave.
Like, you technically don't really need it, you would only need it for, like, speed running, or if you were doing Z-Chasing or stuff. In, I believe 0, 2, through, like, 2, 3, and 4 all, do this. They just have different values. Despite the game, like, being a 2D game, the EX skills actually do...
Once he's out here, I don't know if you can give him the monster list. I think your last chance was before Kushi was on your back. So, I think at this point you've missed it, but you might be able to turn it in. This is...
Anyway, what I was saying was, and I don't fully understand it, basically in 0 to, like, 4... The EX skills actually, like, they basically, you can do very basic combos with them and other moves in the game. The way the game's combo system worked is everything had a priority value of 1 to 4, and I believe it's, like, you essentially, after doing something that, say, has, like, a value of 3, you can't do any actions that have a value of 2 or 1. It, like, has to go up, if I remember correctly, and like I said, the system, it serves no absolute purpose in the game, and is basically only there if you want to speedrun, and knowing it does make the game easier, but it's not like you're required to know any of this. It's just something that's helpful, and the game never tells you any of this shit.
And I feel like there's kind of a cut-off.
That's why I said I feel it's fine, because it's not really necessary. If it's a core important mechanic, like, get your drinking glasses out, folks. I'm about to bitch about Dark Souls. It tells you nothing about its stats, and I feel that is bad game design, because knowing what the stats do will influence your build, and because you basically just have to fucking guess, you could have potentially been pumping stats in to a stat you haven't been using.
It's why the Breath of the Wild stuff, a lot of it's technically optional. It just bothers me.
Yeah, I believe the game doesn't make a distinction between strength weapons and dexterity weapons. So because of that, you potentially, if you, like, the Great Scythe is a dexterity weapon, you do need a certain amount of strength to wield it, but after that number, putting strength in for that thing is completely useless, so you could potentially have a scenario like that of, unless you go look it. You know, like, unless you go look it up, you're not going to know.
Also, once you're stuck in here, you can't
Leave.
So, if you want to get some shopping done before you're stuck in here, get some shopping done outside. However, I seem to remember there is a shop in here. I think.
Yeah, there is.
I think.
Remember because of what happens?
That sounds right in my head.
Remember because of what happens in the Moon Cave?
What happens in the Moon Cave?
Stays
in the Moon Cave.
It does. Especially because, again, as we brought up before, it seems like in the original version, or like just the PS2 version, or so, still haven't gotten a confirmation on, that I believe the Moon Cave was one of the, like, areas people said you couldn't go back to after the story in there had concluded, so...
You can't go back in here. But there's no stray beads in here.
Also, this one actually, that did stay. Even in this version of the game.
Because the Moon Cave, like, spoilers, blows up. Dramatic video game blows up.
Blows up?
You know that dramatic thing, like, in a bunch of video games where you win and just shit hits the...
Within 5 minutes, the Moon Cave will blow up.
Yeah. So... Anyway. There are no stray beads in here. And I love this dumb... Like, the stairs have crumbled away.
So...
The boss fight's up there.
If only we could just fill them in.
If you actually try, it doesn't work.
That's a load of bullshit.
And there's not even a catchy, like, funny, like, you try. It's like, what are you doing, Ami? The dark air prevents your ink. No. My ink works in here. See? Leap before you think. Now, again, there are no stray beads in here, but if you're trying to be a madman and go for 100% treasures, there's a bunch of missable treasures in here.
Oh, suddenly, you know, imps can talk now.
They can always talk.
I would say why didn't they say anything before, but then again, I guess we don't want, you know, a DMC Devil May Cry
Also,
style.
despite the fact that these are enemies, they're basically NPCs, so.
That's a load of bullshit. I would say, like, why don't they talk on it, but, you know, then I would be asking for the game to do a DMC Devil May Cry style thing, where the enemies actively...
Thunder Brew. And a checkpoint randomly down here. Holy bomb. Nice. And the Demon Gate.
Evil.
Speaking of evil, Black Imps. The strongest imp type. Black Imps have a very interesting gimmick. The skulls you can break if you absolutely want to, just because it leaves them defenseless. You don't have to, and they are weak to Power Slash, and you get 3 things. Now, as you can see, Power Slashing the skulls took a lot of ink, but if you notice...
Well, it took a lot of ink if you hit them individually, if they do line.
Yeah, but if you notice, he's stunned. Not a lot of people realize you can do that.
If you don't kill, or if you don't destroy their skulls fast enough, the skulls go into the drum and
And now, you get an imp mask that you can draw on. So, what stupid meme are we making?
Just do something as simple like a square or something.
Why?
Because, as I've said before, I kind of hate it when people do something overly stupid in a game, like making a stupid character creator.
Come on.
Okay then. Fuck it, we're going with it.
I think it fits! My just angry face. Yeah. We'll be the angry faced imp. There's also just a lot of like nonsense to the sides, but again,
because I think I could be wrong.
That little angry face
I
is
believe
amazing.
I think there are like treasures in here that either or don't show up for a long while afterwards, or are flat out only available in here, but we're not going for all the treasures, so if that is the case,
well,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Alright. We're not 100%ing the logs or anything. I'm just trying to get the cherry blossom ranks. Now with the imp mask.
Yeah, like, these imps are fucking stupid, because you not only have the, they're fooled by a mask, you also have you're on all fours. Like, you're not even like a normal human or something that could, maybe pass it off because you would at least be bipedal. No, you're on all fours. How fucking dumb are these imps?
Moon Cave. So, this is basically an elaborate, multi-tiered dungeon where you will do multiple different objectives, but you start out very limited where you can only go to the kitchen. So, the kitchen also, like, these containers, I think I can... Yeah. Nice. And... shoot. If I'm right, there should be a small save mirror. If you're not exactly confident in your ability, you can roll an extra save so that you'll have a save outside. But I know what I'm doing well enough, and you can get some... Damn it.
And again, there are no, like, important collectibles.
The position of some of the ink things in this game...
You need the brush to have the smoke on it.
The holy smoke. There's the shelf.
How did he fall? How did he fall in there? Like, how big of a fuck up do you have to be to fall in something like that? Also, where did you get that apron?
I totally spaced out and almost cooked my own goose. That's my favorite thing. He's hitting on her.
Again, how dumb are these ants?
4 secret ingredients. Ogre liver, lips of ice, eyeball of fire, black demon horn. So now, once you successfully save that guy, basically he gives you a key. Now, you can't really do this dungeon out of order if you're playing normally. So you have to do things just sort of in order, but the way you go about things is kind of open to your discretion a little bit. And now that flower is upside down, but because of the angle of positioning, I can do this. I skipped one. And the upside down ones just drop you off. And as you fly, like, a lot of people don't realize you can as soon as a flower opens. No! I'm kind of talking. Eyeball switch. Knock it out! And now... Oh, damn it. Oh, they super died.
How many demon things do we have right now?
Oh, check in a minute, brother. Yes! I'm going to guess like 153, 154. Ah, 169.
Ah, yeah.
Ogre liver. That's one. So, the one really dumb thing about this, you have to loop back. Alright, let me do that trick I explained. You can jump. So, as you can see, I'm only coming over here so I can take a breather. Because I need... Yeah. It's fine. And it's within the limits. And now I can just go back. So, most of my ink doing that, but we've got a minute as it refills while we're running back.
Is that a section where, like, you use, like, 4 ink pots, so that's a section where you basically do need to upgrade.
You don't. There's that flower in the middle, Curzon. That one flower in the middle that's not upside down. You can stand on it. You can reach that with like 1, and then you can reach that ledge. Once you get the ingredients going, as you start to open the area...
I believe...
Okay. There's just a...
You have to go in there.
I was looking at the room, seeing what was... Can I not break it yet? Oh, never mind. There we go. Wally Coyote. Gate. Oh, damn it. Oh, come on. That's the one issue with...
You swap to the reflector and these problems will go away.
I might swap. Let's rock it with this. I haven't used a reflector in a little bit. There's enough praise if I want the basics. So, really elaborate water puzzle. That floods the room, which causes that to go away because we're draining the water out of the center, and that sort of hints at what you're supposed to do.
Well, that and the bubbles.
Yeah, but I mean in a grand scheme of opening, because now we're under the elevator. There we go. I'm fine with this. Don't even need to stun. There's an eye in here. And that opens a further point of the cave. Because the idea of what we're doing in here, we're going around to get those ingredients as we open up areas. And now that we've opened up enough,
I do love how that, like, how the, you know, scaring an NPC, that is actually the solution to a puzzle. That is kinda hilarious to me.
yeah, and you have to waste a ton of...
You don't technically... You don't have to power slash, you can just do the dot thing, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no.
Nope.
Technically, you keep running into it. Oh, so close.
Seriously. That's all I need. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, how many of you, when playing through Okami and or Okami HD, ended up drawing something stupid on that one imp mask? Most people end up drawing something stupid or silly. I rarely see people draw a more serious image on that mask. Most people draw something stupid or silly because they want to have a good laugh, and the game does not penalize you for drawing absolute nonsense on that mask. So I would love to know how many people ended up going down the route of drawing something more serious and less funny, because that is surprisingly rare. I normally always see somebody draw something stupid. I know this question was a bit silly, but I just wanted to know if anyone actually used that as an opportunity to get creative without devolving into some kind of silly meme or something. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shield for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Everybody, I hope you come back someday. See you later.